Hello, guys. Welcome to Root Talks, an idea we started because of our core values of infinite learning and love. We believe you can learn alongside us as entrepreneurs, creatives, and freelancers. In today's episode, we have two wonderful guests, Mr. Solomon and Ebuka Mic. They are both comedians, actors, and event MCs. They'll be talking about building a personal brand, and we hope that you can learn something new today.
Okay, so ladies and gents, we have one of the superstar stand-up comedians in our midst today, just in the quest to get to meet some of the finest, youngest entrepreneurs who has transcended with their own personal brand to different niches and all of that. We have one of the stand-up comedians who has gone far and wide. He's an actor, he's a producer, he's multi-talented. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebuka Michael, aka Ebuka Mic.
I was
Yeah,
surprised with the way
Ebuka.
the English wasn't swinging off your tongue. I was like really impressed. You really worked on your.
we have to keep checking those vocabularies, back to back.
Oh my God. And nobody knows a woman where they learn them for. It's okay. Okay. It's that Solomon.
So, Ebuka, first of all, before we kickstart and get this all of this running, I feel like we need to hear the new national anthem from you. Let's get you to just sing it. I feel like you've known it and you've mastered it. Let's hear from you the new national anthem. Let's go.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. No tribe and tongue may differ. In brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are glad to serve our own dear mother.
The Gen Z, you don't come out.
Our flag shall be the symbol. Yes, I mean,
yeah. You try. I give up to you.
I'm just knowledgeable. That's just it. I just know a lot of stuff,
Well. The truth is that I feel like you're someone who has harnessed your brand for quite a long time. Ebuka Mic brand. For those who don't know, Ebuka Mic is a superstar actor, starred in AMDCA, one of the AMDCA awarded movies titled Penance. And trust me, Ebuka has been in the industry for quite a while, and he has harnessed his personal brand for a long time. But I feel like people would like to know, how has it been for you, your personal brand? How have you harnessed it all this while in the sphere of entertainment and also in every other aspect of life? How have you been able to balance this personal brand?
Thank you very much for that question. The truth is that, prior to, we didn't really know that we're building a brand when we're building a brand, We're all big on, reputation at the time, so it was all about making a name, basically. And I believe I would say I actively started building the brand, maybe when I was in 200 level. I was more focused on, the craft, knowing what you're doing, and having a name, like an individual name for this thing. But I never, consciously started building the brand until like 200 level. It was in year 2 that I met a friend of mine. At that time, I was trying to define certain things because, like you said at the beginning, when somebody is multi-talented, it's very easy for you to, find it. You can find it difficult to communicate as a brand, because you're doing so many things and people are trying to know, okay, what do you stand for? Who are you and all that. And even because of you also trying to self-discover too, it's possible for people to like, okay, what do you do? And so I remember having a conversation with a friend. I was having these thoughts in my head as to how to define the personal brand, and to more like be more intentional about it, so that instead of me leaving the general consumer base to arrive at a perception of who I was, why don't I own the narrative? Why don't I tell them who I want them to know me as? So, recalling that conversation, he started from my Instagram page. Then the guy really was telling me how that when it comes to my page, like what am I? That was the question they asked me, Ebuka, who are you? What do you do? Like, and I felt that was a dumb question because everybody knew what I was doing, and I was like, what do I do? And so I sat with him and he spoke with me and he was like, when I come to you, I see a little bit of acting, I see stand-up comedy, I see skits, I see what exactly are you doing? And and then it dawned on me that I was just, going with the tide. I was not really intentional about the image I was putting out there. And so there was room for miscommunication and all what have you. And so from then I started actively, consciously choosing what I wanted to lead with per time, what I wanted to be known for. I remember back then, one of my earlier mentors, Larry Shunmi, he used to call himself the enjoyment minister. People started calling him that. And I thought, oh, what's my own? You know, who's Ebuka Mike? And I just looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, finest man alive, And some people, I remember at the time I was answering as the CEO, Chief Enjoyment Officer and all that. All these were just the bid to kind of craft who I wanted people to perceive me to be and to be more intentional in my sojourn and pursuit of that, basically.
Okay, so
So that's like a guide, you understand, to my
yeah,
direction.
sure. So how long has it been for you for Ebuka Mic as a brand? How long? When did you start out professionally to say this is Ebuka Mic as a brand? When exactly was that?
Okay, become a so I would say um hmm, let's just say 20, 2016
Okay,
till now.
2016.
2016, 2017, yeah.
Okay, that should be about roughly about um
You look me to
10
do the
to
math.
10 years. No, you go do them now. It's
Like 8 years,
definitely
like 8, 7, 8 years.
yes, definitely yes, get it to 10 years. So Ibuka, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so I said for this number of years you have built your brand, what will you say has been the most challenging experience for you? Because for some people in the same entertainment space where you are, some will say for them it's sponsorship, some will say for them it's brand endorsement, some will say maybe family. But what has it been for you? What has been the most challenging experience for you? Why building your own brand?
Well, I don't think that, why would somebody say sponsorship is the problem with building his brand? I don't think that, I mean, if a brand is well built, to attract the people that, believe in it and will sponsor it. I think for me, the most challenging part of um, building this personal brand, it become like, would have been at various times, staying true to yourself, and owning the narrative, you know. I think that for me is that for me is because you see, at a particular time, let me give you an example. Maybe some people know you as, oh, an events MC, and you're trying to maybe rebrand or to augment the brand, to maybe be a stand-up comedian. And people are like, oh, we don't want that. We want to know you as this. So for me, it's coming out of the box. Do you understand? Always refusing the refusing or not sticking to the comfortable area. Every time you want to evolve, like let me say like this, not being limited by the confines of of what people understand as the brand. That's what's difficult. When you want to forge, want to forge new frontiers, and let people see you in a certain new light, sometimes it's tough. And Nigerians especially, when that call every toothpaste close up and every taxi company, Uber, they are used to, they don't want to change. They don't want you to change, and they want you to be what they want you to be. And so that tenacity, doggedness, consistency to, stay true to the bigger brand picture, but your execution being different is where the um, the issue is. That's where the greatest challenge is, because there's a temptation to stick to what is already accepted, but it can be a limitation to what you can really do.
Okay, I do. I get you totally. So, let's say has there ever been any scenario where you had like um a gig for an event MC, which I know you're very good at, a stand-up comedy gig and an acting gig all together, and you decided to choose which of them you want to showcase in? Has there been that moment where you had to decide, this is what I want to focus on, this is what I want to pick? Maybe a
Oh man,
gig that
several, not even gigs, even in seasons,
okay,
sometimes that's why you have to now look at, if you look at my invoice, or the logo of Ebuka Mic, you see humor, talk, enjoyment. Because sometimes, like when I started, there's something I read in Tej Babyface's book, Secret of the Streets, about the secret of, maintaining your champion, basically, apart from that, you're also sticking for the lower hanging fruit, basically. Um, there were times where, when that 2016, 2017, what was really lucrative for me, or the doors that were opening for me, were more of events, event jobs. I mean, and so um, I had to tailor to that. Do you understand? I had to put
right,
more, event content and all those kind of things, so that, because that was what was yielding. That was the lowest hanging fruit at the time.
as
I
a
knew I
then?
could be. Sorry, guys, I mistakenly recorded. I mistakenly turned off my laptop. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So, like I said, um, that time, that was what was yielding, and it was wisdom to go with that tide at the time, and I was hoping that, with time, I'll be able to um, gain enough muscle, repetition muscle, to be able to morph into what I wanted to do. And 2016 all the way to 2017, that's what I was focused on. And I remember in 2018, 2019, 2018 especially, I started pursuing the acting gigs and all. I went for several auditions. Chimezie Imo, that is the Breath of Life guy, I jammed him in several auditions back in the day. You know, I know we don't recognize each other, but yeah, it is what it is. And 2019, I switched. I wanted to give stand-up comedy a run for his money, because that's what I really wanted to do and be known for. And so I focused more on that and got opportunities that way. And, up until, that's what I was on 2020, 2021, 2022, up until 2023. So yeah, basically, that's how it has been.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like another thing that has also broken the market for you is your recent comedy special, which you put out there, which has ultimately been a blessing to not just the entertainment body as a whole, but for stand-up comedy. I feel like it has
Yeah.
um yeah, it has inspired a lot of people, and a lot of people are doing great things from it. And that was really an amazing project. I will really commend you for that. That was really an amazing
Thank you.
project. Yes. And so those of you that haven't really checked that out, I think you should do so. Check out his latest comedy comedy special body of work is on YouTube page at Ebuka Mic, Ebuka_Mic. Yeah, right? Ebuka_Mic on YouTube. So please do well to check that out. Ebuka, just few last words before we call this a wrap. What would you want to advise any young person building out or starting out a personal brand for himself, herself, that is either struggling in one way or the other, or that is finding it hard to even start? What are your last words?
So what I would say to anybody that is trying to build a personal brand, the first thing you must consider is, who are you actually? Before you even, who are you? You know, who are you as a person? Because the worst thing to do is to build a personal brand based off of what you're not. You're going to struggle to maintain that brand, because there'll be a whole lot of inconsistencies. So who are you? What do you stand for? What are your ideals? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? Who are you? Once you understand yourself, it becomes easy to say, how do I want to come across? Do you understand? If you know yourself, then you can work on how you come across to people and intentionally decide how you're going to come across to individuals or folks. You get me? So, yeah, these are the, two areas. Who are you and how do you want to come across? By the time you decide how you want to come across, look at what are your assets at the moment. What are your assets? It's like a SWOT analysis of your personality. What is working for you? What's going on great for you at the moment? And finally is to constantly, market that perception that you want to put out there. And constantly, the thing I've learned is, finance my life was the alias, up until my last year, I started calling myself another name, Mike of God, as you can see. And, I was surprised my birthday in April. Everybody was happy birthday to Mike of God. I said, how long did I call myself this name, man? Everybody's already, So it's what you call yourself, people often call you. So you have to, number one, have clarity of your personality, who you are, clarity of what you want the perception of that personality to be. And number three is execution. Go out for it. Where are the people that you want to attract? Where are they? What platforms do they use? You go and relate with them there. And not necessarily be, the people that are on LinkedIn, and because of the kind of persona that they're trying to create, that's where they're focusing on pushing it there. Some people, they give lifestyle vibes. See them on Instagram, on Snapchat, and all, what have you. Some people want to be thought leaders and want to sound deep and all. They go to Twitter, or they can go on Instagram or YouTube, wherever it is that aligns with who that perception of your personality, what channel will make it more effective. You focus on that, and by the Spirit of God, by God's help, you're going to have a lot of progress.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. It was really a lovely moment with you. Thank you very much. And we say thank you from Roots. Please do well to check out Ebuka's Mic body of work. So